Welcome back to MVM and another special Versus episode. Today, I'm going to be talking about the different versions of Talisman that are on the market. Now, Talisman is considered by many to be a classic board game. In fact, the original Talisman was designed in 1983 by a man named Robert Harris. Since then, there have been several different editions of Talisman, different reimaginings, many different designers and even publishers that have had their hand in crafting Talisman over the years. Now, the versions of Talisman I'm going to be talking about today were published by USAopoly. They came out within the past few months. Now, this of course is Batman Talisman and Kingdom Hearts Talisman. So we've got two big IPs that have been attached to that Talisman frame. Now, you might be saying to yourself, what's the difference? These are just Talisman skins. Just pick the IP that you like best. And while that is partially true, which of these IPs you prefer is going to maybe pull you in one direction or the other. There are differences underneath the surface. In fact, the way that these games is played is very different. Batman being maybe a little closer to the original Talisman that people know, and Kingdom Hearts bringing kind of a remixed feel to the way the game is played. Now, you're going to see two boards laid out here in front of me. First thing I want to say is that I really like the way that they have pegged the different art styles of these games, especially when it comes to this Batman board. You're going to see a map of Arkham, and it is very dark, which is something you'd expect from Batman. In addition, you're going to have writing all over it, basically scratches in the board that were maybe done by the Joker, and you see some hearts here. Maybe Harley had a hand in that as well. So this is a very thematic board. The entire game takes place in Arkham Asylum, and you are playing as the villains from the Batman universe trying to escape. Meanwhile, the halls of Arkham are being controlled by Batman himself. He kind of takes on the role of the dragon from the old Talisman games. Your goal is to escape this by eventually defeating Batman. Now, this aesthetic is carried out throughout everything in the game. You'll notice this with the cards. They've got smiley faces drawn on them. All of the artwork looks like it could have come from a Batman comic. Now, of course, the minis for both of these versions are great. Over here on the Kingdom Hearts board, you've got a lot more vibrant artwork, which you'll come to expect from the Kingdom Hearts games. Now, in this game, you're actually playing as the main characters from the franchise. So everybody you've come to expect from all the different Kingdom Hearts games, including Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Sora, Riku. The only character that I'm missing is Axel. So maybe we'll get an expansion with Axel. So let me talk about characters while I'm there. Batman is going to come with 12 different characters, where Kingdom Hearts comes with 11. So you get a little bit of a difference there. In addition, the Batman version comes with a Batman mini, so you actually have that additional mini as well. However, I think both versions knocked it out of the park when it comes to character selection. Now, there are a wide variety of these characters delving deep into Batman lore. You have characters like, Penguin, the Riddler, Joker, Clayface, Mr. Freeze. You also have the Joker's daughter, Harley Quinn. You have Poison Ivy, and you have Ra's al Ghul, which is really cool. So a lot of unique, diverse characters here. Now, of course, Kingdom Hearts is diving deep into all the Kingdom Hearts games, like I said. So you're even going to have characters like Aqua, Terra, and Ventus, who are from some of those prequel games, who also kind of showed up in Kingdom Hearts 3. So if you are a diehard Kingdom Hearts fan, you're going to recognize a lot of these faces, and it's pretty cool that they were able to bring those characters kind of to life in this game. So far I'd say that they both have these great selections. Of course, both boards are still split into three different groups. You have your outer regions and your inner regions, and the rules for moving about those are different based on which version of the game you're playing. But the object of both is the same: to get into the middle. Here, you want to get to the security control room and unlock Arkham. Over here, you want to get to the Door of Darkness and open the Door of Darkness. So similar objectives, but different ultimate goals. Over here in Batman, you are racing. If you can collect a key card, and there are a variety of generic key cards, you just grab one and go. If you can get one of these key cards, get to the security control room, fight Batman, and win, you win the game. You escape from Arkham. Now, Kingdom Hearts is a little different. First of all, there are a variety of cool Keyblades you can collect. Of course, these Keyblades are straight from the games, so you're probably going to see your favorite Keyblade here. Now, the goal here is to get to the Door of Darkness and open it, but that just ends the game. You are not the winner. This is actually more of a point salad take on Kingdom Hearts. You're going to be scoring points for a lot of the things you've collected and done during the game. So like I said, similar gameplay, but very different feels. Kingdom Hearts Talisman is not just a simple race. Now granted, if you manage to get to the Door of Darkness, you might have more points than everyone else. But there's different strategies here that will allow you to score points in other ways. Now the actual characters themselves are very similar. And you're going to see the health dials from both versions of the game. Of course, the Batman one is a little darker in form. Kingdom Hearts is a little brighter. They're basically the same. They both have strength and health. Batman replaces cunning, and Kingdom Hearts has magic, which are kind of the same things. They function the same way in the game. But you'll see the cards out in front of me are different. Batman has 3 different sets of encounter cards for the different levels of the board, whereas Kingdom Hearts just has one giant deck of encounter cards. In addition, you're going to have feats in Batman, magic in Kingdom Hearts, and then you're going to have different types of tokens. Fate tokens are handled the same way, money is handled the same way, and encounter cards are kind of handled the same way. But there are a few differences I want to talk about. Now, movement in the games again is basic Talisman. You're rolling dice and you're moving. But you're getting to decide the directions you're moving. You're getting to decide which of these rooms you want to land in, because every room is going to do something different. It's going to maybe give you an encounter or one of those security cards or keyblades or something that you need to proceed through the game. One cool difference is the Batman version. Every time you roll a 1 on the die, you get to move Batman. And you see that really cool Batman figure there. You get to move that a number of spaces. You can actually land that in an opponent's space, and now they have to fight Batman. In addition, when you're moving, not only are you going to have to resolve encounter cards, but you might actually have to resolve conflict with other players. When you land in a space with another character, you have to fight that character. Now, this is another huge difference between these versions. In the Kingdom Hearts version of Talisman, there is no PvP. First of all, there is no Batman or Dragon analog. You're not moving any enemy around the board. However, your characters can be turned into Heartless, in which case you're going to take a Heartless card, place it over your character, and then you're going to follow the Heartless rules. Batman has something a little similar to that, where a character can become deranged. And if you see in the back of their card, it has some different rules for the way they have to act while they're deranged. So that can cause a little bit of a player interaction, but the main form of player interaction involves trading and aiding, which are 2 things that are brand new for the Kingdom Hearts version. If you're on the same space with another player, you can negotiate and trade items back and forth with each other. You can also help each other in combat. If somebody is on the same space as you when an encounter card is drawn, you can plead for their help. If they choose to help you, they get money in reward as well. So it's kind of a way for both of you to work together. Because again, the Kingdom Hearts version is not a race. So you'll see here that these major differences change the way you're playing the game. The Batman version is much more cutthroat. You want to put Batman as an obstacle for other players. You want to be the only one to get those security cards and be the only one to get to the end of the board. Now, Kingdom Hearts, you want to do a little bit of that. When you're a Heartless, you want to kind of try to impede your other players, but getting there first is not as important as scoring the most points. And of course, everything about the look of these games is different. And it's worth noting as well that the encounter cards and item cards are not just straight copies of each other. Neither are the characters. A lot of the abilities that you'll see in the Kingdom Hearts version are not the same as the abilities of characters in Batman. So they didn't just copy paste all of the different items over. They could have just changed the artwork or whatever. Same thing with the room abilities. You're going to see some unique and different room abilities in both of these as well. In fact, when you get to the in-game experience, it's very different for both. In Batman, you're going to have a series of security checkpoints that you have to fight your way through in order to eventually get to Batman and defeat him. In Kingdom Hearts, when you move into the in-game, the inner section, you're not rolling the die anymore. You're going to be moving one space at a time, and you're going to be resolving unique challenges that are in each of these spaces as you go. So every time you move, you have to resolve the challenge in order to move on to the next. Now, in both of these versions, you can always just retreat back, regroup, try to maybe get some more items, and come back at it. Now, like I said earlier, you might be pulled to one of these IPs or the other. For me, I love both of these IPs. In fact, Batman and Kingdom Hearts might be 2 of my favorite IPs. So this is kind of a tough decision for me because there are things that I really like about both. I really appreciate that the Kingdom Hearts is more family friendly. You're playing a little bit more semi-cooperatively. You're helping each other out. You're not benefiting as much from blocking the other players, and it really doesn't have any take that. Batman, however, is full of take that. Now, a lot of players are going to really enjoy that because Talisman has traditionally been kind of a cutthroat game. When it comes to presentation and artwork, I'm going to have to go with Batman. Honestly, even though I love all the Kingdom Hearts characters, I find myself playing the Batman version more. I think what they did with this Batman game, really bringing out that idea of playing the villains, is so cool and so unique to me. But again, you've got to be into the take that idea. Now, both of these games can be played up to 6 players. There are rules for playing a faster game. There are rules for playing a full-length Talisman game because people know that this game is epic in length. Now, of course, I would say there's room for both. Obviously, these two games fill a little bit different of a niche depending on the group that you're playing Talisman with. But if you're going to choose one to pick, hopefully this video kind of helped point out the similarities and differences between them to help make your decision a little easier, because even though Talisman is over 20 years old, I think the game still holds up. It has a lot to offer to new players, and bringing in these cool themes is just going to help bring it to the table. So guys, thank you for watching this Versus episode. Let me know what you think between these two games in the comments below, which characters you're most excited about playing, which versions you're most excited about playing. And I know that this is not the end of what USAopoly has planned. They have some other themed Talisman games coming out in the future. I would also love to hear which IPs you want to see. Now, me, maybe an Overwatch Talisman. That'd be really cool. So get on that Overwatch Talisman. But thank you guys for watching, liking, subscribing, and following us here at MVM, and I will see you next time.
Hey everyone, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider dinging the old bell below. That is going to help notify you of new videos that are uploaded to our channel. And as always, give us a like, subscribe to our channel, and please consider watching all of our videos, one of which you can see right here to my left.